In the year 2069, an astronaut named Liu Cixin is sitting on the seaside with his son Liu Kai, and Liu Qi's grandfather Han Xian. Cixin is showing Liu Kai Jupiter with a telescope and teaching him that 90% of that planet is composed of hydrogen. Padiong tells Liu Kai that he can be taking place the maximum important project in the history of mankind. He says that the subsequent time Liu Kai will see him may be whilst Jupiter may be relatively near Earth. Until then, Liu Kai will certainly see him as a celebrity inside the sky. Cixin narrates the modern situation on the planet. The solar is growing into its red large section and will engulf the Earth in a matter of 100 years. To get away this catastrophe, the governments of the arena have united below one banner known as the United Earth Authorities, or the UEG. Humanity has devoted all of its assets to building more than 10,000 giant thrusters referred to as Earth engines as a way to circulate the complete planet out of the solar system and begin it on a voyage in the direction of another star 4.2 miles years away. The adventure will take greater than 2,500 years. Its miles known as the Wandering Earth Project. Even as this journey takes location, mankind could be settled into underground cities built below the Earth engines to keep away from the blistering cold climate out of doors. Meanwhile, Earth's journey may be guided by means of the navigation platform Worldwide Space Station as a way to fly in space beforehand of Earth to provide navigation warnings and other communications is among the astronauts with a purpose to be stationed at the platform S. Han showing his astronaut tag so that he and Liu Kai can get residence inside the underground towns. He thinks of his deceased spouse and apologizes to Han Shang. He places Liu Kai to bed and gives him a photograph in their family. 17 years later, Liu Kai is now a grown guy living in an underground metropolis. Aang is scheduled to go back to Earth from the navigational platform, but Liu Kai no longer cares about it. He has burned a hole inside the own family photo where his dad's face became. Liu Kai receives dressed and is going to the school where his foster sister Hondo Duo research. He causes a malfunction in the school's synthetic surroundings displays and sneaks Hondo Duo out. Hondo Duo and Liu Kai are planning to visit the surface. They meet EJ, a criminal who makes fake IDs and unique thermal suits for them in order to sneak out of the town. Workers Liu Kai will pay Yi to lease the suits for in the future, but Duo accidentally mentions that Liu Kai does now not plan to go back to the metropolis. EJ confronts Liu Kai and he detonates a large plastic safety ball to trap Yi in his shop and escapes. A chase ensues. However, Liu Kai and Han Duo controlled to make it to the worker traces where the criminals cannot enter. They put on their helmets as they take an elevator to the surface. They come at the surface and enter the city of Beijing. That's now completely frozen with temperatures attaining -84°C. They enter and function a giant transporter truck, the usage of their grandfather's automobile. Skip, who used to be a worker Liu Kai, struggles to perform it before everything but receives the hang of it afterward. On the navigation platform, Liu Cixin prepares for his return adventure to Earth. He discusses along with his colleague Makarov that Earth has to slingshot around Jupiter and use its gravity to break out the solar system. For you to be dangerous, Makarov places a bottle of alcohol in Peking's spacesuit as a retirement gift. Meanwhile, the navigation platform's AI machine MOS detects that Earth's trajectory around Jupiter is barely off and issues a disaster caution to the UEG. Returned on the planet, Liu Kai and Han Duo are arrested for illegally riding the transporter with someone else's automobile. Skip, in jail they meet Tim, a half Australian half Chinese language goofball. Their grandfather Han Zhang arrives and attempts to get them out by means of bribing the police officer, however that lands him in prison. Han Xian offers Liu Kai a lecture for his disobedient behavior, and simply then a huge earthquake hits the region. The entire facility starts off evolved, falling aside, and Liu Kai Duo Han Xiang and Tim slightly make it out of the prison to their transporter as mountains all around them disintegrate. Han Xiang manages to drive them out of the disaster alive. At the navigation platform, Ma makes the statement that the gravity from Jupiter is affecting the tectonic interest on Earth and that the earthquakes have brought on as much as 4,000 Earth engines to shut down. Earth is now on a collision course with Jupiter and could collide with the planet in 36 hours. In the world, the UEG makes an announcement that all sources and personnel should be dedicated to restarting the engines earlier than the following 36 hours. Padiong contacts Han Xiang Xiong immediately through a special tag and tell him to take Liu Kai and Duoduo to the nearest shelter center. Liu Kai refuses to speak with Pei Chong. A rescue team led by means of Wang Lei stops Han Xiong's transporter and tells him that he's certain by using regulation to assist in the efforts to restart the Earth engines. Wang Lei says they may be going to assist restart the engine. In Hangzhou they collect a field that has a device internal known as the lighter core and attach it to Han Zhang's transporter. The lighter core is the device that is had to begin the Earth engines. Their mission is to supply the lighter core to Hangzhou. On the way to Hangzhou they exceeded via Shanghai, which is now blanketed in massive icy mountains that engulf the metropolis's towers. At the navigation platform all astronauts are informed to enter hibernation as sources are going to be conserved for supporting Earth as Pationg is ready to go into hibernation. He assessments Liu Qi's role on this planet one last time and is greatly surprised to see that is on the safe haven middle. He contacts Wang Lei and asks him to drop off the civilians at the safe haven middle. Wang Lei says that he can drop off Liu Kai and Duoduo, but he will want the services of Han Zhang as he can force the transporter. Liu Kai argues that he can also drive the transporter, however Pei Cheng tells Wang Lei to now not allow him tag along. Liu Kai gets angry and tells Pei Cheng that he has no proper to make choices for Liu Kai. He says that Pei Cheng is the reason that these Ma is dead. It's Miles discovered that back when humans had been being settled into underground towns only one mom or dad become allowed with a child, and on the time Liu Qi's mom turned into very unwell agreed to let Han Xiong accompany Liu Kai as a guardian because if his unwell mom got here with him rather she ought to skip away, after which Liu Kai could no longer have all of us to look after him. As a result Pei Chong permit doctors stop the mom's remedy which brought about her death within the gift. Pekang apologizes to Liu Kai, however simply then an earthquake hits Shanghai and communications are lost. Moss detects that Jupiter's gravity is beginning to suck at the atmosphere of Earth. It stops assessing any information for Earth and plans an exclusive trajectory for the navigation platform out of the solar device. This surprises Pei Cheng and he tries to prevent Moss, however Moss forces him into hibernation. Back on the planet the transporters have been overwhelmed below mountain debris, and Wang Lei says they must deliver the lighter middle to Hangzhou on foot. Han Xiong items to this, however Wang Lei says that nothing is more essential than getting the Earth engines restarted. They find an intact building and determine to climb up its elevator shaft to reach the top of the mountains. Group members and the lighter middle are pulled up the elevator shaft, the usage of ropes. In the meantime the building starts crumbling and one of the team participants starts blowing a hole via the mountain for them to get out. The usage of a system gun as Han Zhang and one of the crew members are the closing ones being pulled up. The elevator falls. The crew member manages to throw Han Zhang on one of the decrease floors before it reaches them, however it's far pointless. His oxygen tank has gotten broken and is leaking. In his closing moments he recollects how he rescued Duoduo from a flood and raised her as his own. He takes to the air his helmet and freezes to loss of life. Liu Kai, Duoduo, Tim, and the relaxation of the group make it out of the constructing earlier than it falls. Liu Kai blames Wang Lei for Han Xiong's dying as he prioritized lifting the lighter core before humans. Liu Kai says they will not assist the rescue team anymore and comes to a decision to take Duoduo domestic. Lower back on the navigation platform Pei Chong manages to break unfastened from the hibernation chamber. Makarov is awakened by means of Moss to rectify the situation, but Pei Chong explains to him that Ma goes rogue. They determine to get admission to the relevant manipulate room and regain operation of the platform, however this may best be finished from the outside as Moss has blocked the paths from the inside. On this planet Liu Kai and the group observe a misery sign and discover a crash transporter. Inside there may be a man named Li Yi who informs them that he became taking a lighter middle to the Sulawesi Earth engine. At the transporter they obtain a misery signal from Wang Lei and Liu Kai begrudgingly comes to a decision to assist. Wang Lei's crew unearths out that Hangzhou has been absolutely destroyed with the aid of earthquakes, so their task is over. However while Liu Kai arrives they comply with assist him restart the Sulawesi Earth engine as Makarov and Peking method relevant. The manipulate room Moss launches countermeasures against them which damage Makarov's helmet and kill him. Liu Pei Cheng manages to make it to the valuable manipulate room and Moss informs him that isn't always going rogue due to the fact these orders are from the UEG. If the wandering Earth undertaking failed, the orders were to take the navigation platform to the brand new solar device and discover a new planet. Rather, the plat has been equipped with heaps of embryos and crop seeds etc. to preserve the human race. Moss makes a statement throughout Earth informing human beings that despite the fact that they have managed to restart almost all of the engines, Jupiter's gravitational pull is too robust now and Earth goes to collide with it regardless. Human beings everywhere in the globe descend into melancholy and chaos. Liu Kai curses his dad for not coming again and remembers the ultimate time they were collectively all at once. He recalls what his dad advised him about Jupiter being normally made of hydrogen. He realizes that Jupiter has sucked oxygen out from Earth's surroundings and the aggregate of the two gases is flammable. If they light it up, it'll push Earth ahead like a rock. Confirms this and says he can boom the beam of the Sulawesi Earth engine sufficient for it to reach and ignite Jupiter. They plan the task and radio every person for assist. However, anyone is hopeless now and no person wants to join them. Li Yi handles the programming of the engine. Tim and Liu Kai take the lighter center to begin the engine and Wang Lei and his team ought to manually move the giant components of the engine. Duo continues seeking to get help on the radio and nobody responds. The plan starts to collapse because the lighter center receives stuck at some point of setup and Wang Lei and his men are not enough to transport the parts of the engine. Duo makes use of Han Zhang's special tag to touch Pei Chong and asks him for assist. Moss informs Pei Chang that the plan to light up Jupiter might not work, but he contacts the UEG and asks them to set up help to Sulawesi. UEG refuses to give the order, but one individual member permits Peking to make a printed transmission to the arena. Duo speaks via tears and asks the sector for assist and those are moved with the aid of her braveness and resilience. They show up to help. With the help of each person, the engine is fired up. However, unluckily, the beam of the engine nonetheless cannot reach high enough to light up Jupiter. Pei Chong comes up with the concept that the navigation platform is complete of fuel and if he can fly it into the beam it will cause a fire and ignite Jupiter. Moss attempts to stop him from this plan, however he throws the bottle of alcohol that Makarov left onto Moss and destroys the complete system. As he flies the platform closer to Jupiter, he contacts Liu Kai through radio who begs him not to do that. Peking apologizes to him and they proportion a heartfelt final verbal exchange where Peking tells Liu Kai he loves him. The platform explodes and as the blast wave reaches Earth, Liu Kai rushes to rescue Duo. He grabs her and that they get in the truck to locate shelter. The bridge they may be on collapses amidst the chaos and as they're falling, Liu Kai ejects the large protection ball to save himself and Duo. They land at the floor and Liu Kai passes out. 3 years later, Liu Kai and Duo now work for the UEG and the Wandering Earth challenge contains on the end. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like our channel and subscribe.